Okay. So yes, so about formula field, we were talking about formula field. So let's first discuss about the data type of all the field which we can create in a object. So here I'm going to create a new field in student object. So you can see all the data types over here, which type of field you want to create. So there is a field called, there is a data type called auto numbers, and all the field will have a description about it. So you can read more about it here, and you can get idea about it. So auto number will be, we already have discussed about it. So auto number will be like continuously increasing number, so you can't edit that. So it's a system generated number. Formula field which we are going to create, we can create any kind of formula. We can so it will calculate some other field, or it can calculate any mathematical thing here, and you can, it will populate in your records. Roll up summary, which also we are going to cover today. And roll up summary, as we already discussed, that roll up summary already only available in master detail relationship. So now we have master detail relationship over here, students. So we can create roll up summary field. If there is no master detail relationship on the this particular object, then it will not be like it will not be highlighted. You can't select this. So now it is having a master detail relationship, so you can select and you can create this one. So these are the relationship you can create: lookup relationship, master detail relationship, external lookup relationship. So we already discussed about it in yesterday's session. So these are three relationship you can build here. So checkbox is same like checked or unchecked, true or false value. So it's defined by its own name. Currency is like any kind of currency. So this will be also populate like it. It's a Salesforce default functionality. So if you have given currency field here, so if you are in India and your company's country is India, then it will be coming in INR. And if you are in US and your organization is in US, then it will be coming in dollar. So it will automatically get populated by your country. You don't need to give any kind of validation for this. Here it's a date, so it will give you a date and date time. Date time will give date plus time as well. And email, as you all know, email. And geolocation is something which will uh, which will store your longitude and longitude and latitude thing, and it will create a like map link for you. But for this thing, you have to write an Apex class as of now, and Salesforce people are working on this to automatically create link. So you don't need to give this latitude, longitude and longitude. So as of now, you have to provide latitude and longitude, so that you will get an Google map link. So this is we are not going to use now, because it's more how can we say, it's difficult to find latitude on longitude of any address, so it can mismatch. So now it is available, but they are working on it. Number field is something like it's the same number field. And percent field will be the percentage. Phone will be, so phone also have currency type of ability. So when you are in India, it will give you the Indian style of phone number. When you are US, then it will give you that US style of phone number. So uh, so pick list is here a drop down kind of thing. So you, as you know, that drop down, you can select any thing from drop down. So pick list is the drop down, and multi select pick list is uh, same like pick list, but you can select multiple values from that drop down. In this pick list, you can select only one value, but in this you can select multiple. Text is text area is you can see so 255 character on separate line. You can create a text area which is it can be multiple line text area long, which will have more number of character limits, so it's a text area long. Text area rich will here you can add image and links of your text, so it is also having same number of character limit as well. Text encrypted, it's something which you can store your encrypted thing like password and any other thing which you don't want to show or display to end user. So this is something like text encrypted. Time will only get you the time, current time 2 p.m. or any format you can provide. URL is URL. So let's create formula field. You can also read this thing over here and you can get more idea about it. And I'll recommend all of you to create at least one type of field in any of your object, so that you can you will know more about it, how to create and how it is working. So let's create, select a formula and create next, click on next, and it will ask you to give a label for that particular field. So let's give this field as a, now like what should say that. So this formula field have output return type as well. So these are the return type of formula field. So only these type of data types you can return from a formula. You can return a checkbox, whether it is a true or false. You can return a currency. You can return date, date time, number, percent, text, and time. So now let's go and create a data type of date. You can select anything. Like if you will select number, then your output to return type should be the number. If you select text, then your sorry output return type should be the text. So these are the return type. So let's, if you select date, then it should be the date type. Let's click next. So here you can see the example. So reminder date, it can be your field in your object, and you can like calculate. So if you want to calculate a reminder date, like you want to send an email to that particular record or particular user after creating that record, so you can give like what kind of, like I'll give you an idea, like you can select field from here, like insert field. So it will give you that particular object name on which you are going to create. So in this object you can find date type of thing, you can find all those fields which are available right now. So we have created this student name, and all those fields which are created by Salesforce standard field are available. So let's see, let's take a created date here, last modified date, and yeah, created date over here. So if this created date greater than is equal to, or you can see like it's today is equal to, or so I'll give you more understanding about. You can select from here as well. You can select all those functions which are available here as well. You can see just so just go through once from these. So you can see the add month. So it will add a date and number field in your date field, and you can give like and logical thing you can perform. Begins, it will start a text from that comparing thing. Blank value, br will add a blank space, like new line here. Case, like simple case, and date will calculate date, date value, distance. So so many is null, is blank. So many functions are available here. You can you go through once this, and if you have any like question on this, please let me know so that I can describe you more about it. So let's take today from here. Today is available here, so let's check today, and then from today let's see, you want to like, so for now I have given date output type, but you can change that well. So now I want to send an email after 7 days of record creation. So assume that you have created a record today and you want to send a email after 7 days. So on that email field of this particular record, so how you will calculate here? So let's, today is equal to created date plus, plus you can type here as well, you can select from here as well, today plus 7. So it will calculate today. If today is equal to created date plus 7, uh, means like it will check created date plus 7 days. So it will add today's date, 7 will be added in your today's date, and then after 7 day it will check this field, and it will send that email. So this type of formula you can build over here. So here I want to like I have given today here. So if I want to capture today's value, then, and you can select check syntax over here as well by clicking on this. So if there is issue or error, it will display that error here. So let's see, I have given error over there. It will give you this error, syntax error found end of formula. So there is no end of this formula, so you have to check once again, you can check, and then yeah. So like this you can create any type of formula. So try to create some formula field, try to get some idea about any kind of formula which you can create by using all those functions and all. You can find help from Trailhead, and the links which I have already attached with this ppt. So you can get more example from Trailhead, and try to create 2 or 3 type of formula field, uh, any type, any kind of calculation you can give to that. So I we have created today here. So let's click on student here, and let's see what, yeah. So now it already automatically captured today's date. So what is today's date? 3 January. So it's automatically got your today's date. If you want, if you like, let's edit it, and next week. So let's edit it and add plus 7 days. So it will give you next, so next week, that enable to access. Okay. So I'll refresh this, and add it will add 7 days in your today's date. So see, so it will calculate all kind of mathematical or all kind of functional things, and it will display in your record. So try to create some more field, and you can get more understanding about it. Now this is formula field, and now come to the roll up summary field. So roll up summary field is only available, as you all know, only available in master detail relationship field. but it will be available on the parent record, not in the child record. So it will only it will fetch all the all kind of calculation from the child. So all the child's records will get included in this roll up summary field. So, and yeah, one more thing, you can only create two master detail relationship in a single object, and you can create 40 lookup relationship in a single object. So if there is like total number of relationships should be also 40, but if you have not created any master detail relationship, then you can create 40 lookup relationship. But if you have already created two master detail relationship, then you only can create 38 lookup relationship. So total should be 40. Okay, and master detail only can be two. So more than two, you can't create any. So here in master detail relationship, you can create roll-up summary field. So what roll-up summary field will do is like it will go on the parent record, it will go to all the child record. Like you can like it's an example, like it's an account here. So here in account, you can see all two opportunities are there. So this opportunity is a child object of this account. So account is a parent, and this is the field which is roll up summary field here, sum of opportunity. So if you want to calculate all the amount value from your child record, so you can sum or you can give a sum, you can give a min max, or you can even count how many opportunity or how many child records are there. So if you want to create count type of roll-up summary, then it will give you two. As of now, you can see opportunities are two. If there is a other another opportunity created, then it will be calculated three. And now you can see it's a sum type of roll-up summary. So it will add two lakh 50,000 plus 1 lakh. So it will give you the 3 lakh 50,000. It will calculate automatically from your all the child records. So let's go and create a roll-up summary field so that you can get an idea about it. So for now, we don't have any let's see, I don't have any child record for this. Yeah, I have only the college object, which is the child of this. So let's go and create a field over here called, so it's a college. So I'll create a fees currency. So for this currency field, you can give the zeros after the decimal places also. So let's see, you want to capture the decimal places. So, but the total length should be 18 digit only. So if you want to give two zero, then two zero after decimal, then you have to give 16 length and two as a decimal places. If you want to capture four number of decimal places, then you have to give 14. So it should be the length and the decimal places, the both are should be 18. So right now I don't want to capture any decimal places, so I can give 18 and 0. You can give the required thing as well. So if you want to make this field as a required, you can click on this checkbox, and this field will be always required. So you can check this checkbox. So now we don't need to require thing this. And whenever you will create any kind of field, it will ask you this field level security. So for a particular profile, if you want to give visibility, so you can give visibility. If you want to give the read only access, you can give read only access. So for now, let it be default. and from this you can add page layout. So you can create multiple page layout. On which page layout you want to add, you can select from here. So here we have only one page layout, so you can click over here. So now we have fee as well. So let's go and add a fee for college. Let's see, Salesforce has a fee of 10,000. So look, this dollar already coming automatically. So I have not set my company information as India, so it's coming automatically now as a US dollar. So we can give India as a company country, so it will fetch INR. So now we don't want it, and let's go and create a roll-up summary field for in student object. So I have created a fee in college object. So college is a child field, child object of student. So I want to calculate all the fee from my all the childs. So I have created this roll up. I am going to create this roll up summary field now. Let's go and give this name sum of total fee. So here you can see you can like summarize that object which you want to summarize. You can select that object. So for now, for this student object, we only have a one single object which have master detail relationship for this object. So though all those objects which have master detail relationship will be available here. So now select college, and you can perform count, sum, min, and max. So for this count, why it is separated? Because count will count all those records. How many records are available in your child records? So it will count the number of records, and the sum will calculate the amount. It's like it will calculate the date field as well, which is the min or max or total, and it will calculate the amount. And so two or three kind of calculation you can perform here. So we have so what how many fields are available in your child object which can be calculated by roll up summary field will be available here. So now we have student name is the we have college name as well here in this college. We have student name, we have student, we have teacher. But in this roll up summary field we can only see the fee, because fee is the only field which can be calculated. Got it? So Abhishek, Aladdin, and Salesforce is not going to calculate. So we can't perform any kind of mathematical. We can't add those. So it is not available here. So fee is available here. You can perform a sum of fee. You can check which is the minimum. So here in date field, so for this minimum and maximum, you can find this date also. So which is the minimum date? So minimum date sense means which is the lowest the recent date, and which is in max, which is the nearest date, you can say, which is the plus one. So it will consider today. So which will come tomorrow, it will come in max. Which date is yesterday, it will come in min. Got it? You can read more about it in help document as well. So now perform sum on fee, and you can give criteria as well, ki which kind of field you want to capture. So let's see, we give a criteria. If fee is greater than 500, then only you want to add this fee in the this calculation. So if fee greater than 500, then only you want to add this field into that. So let's go and click next. Next, it's also a field level security and save. So let's go and open this Abhishek, and you can see total fee of 10,000, because now we have only one child field. If we will create another one, so let's go and create another one, college one. So for this student, it's always be this. Let's see, now we select Sudeep, and fee will be 2,000. So how much should be that? It should be 12,000. So 10,000 of this Salesforce and 2,000 of this college. So now it's calculated sum of this field. So let's go and change that 2,000 to 400. It should not add those 400 now. So let's go in student. Let's see. So now what happened is it didn't calculated, it didn't included those 400 as well, because we have given that criteria. So like this kind of roll up summary field you can create on parent report. Got it? Anyone having any question on that? If no, then we can move further. Like I can, yeah. So let's go on to the next topic. So we have page layout now. So page layout and this record types are nothing but the way of you want to see, or you want to display your fields, and you want to display your object field. So here in this picture also you can see which field you want to display on the layout, and which you want to hide. From here you can also make a field required. You can also hide that field. So you can read more about it in on Trailhead, and I will go and create. Let's. So for now, this is our page layout. So this will be the page layouts. From here, you can edit this, edit page layout. Clicking on that, you can edit this. So let's go and edit this page layout. You can create multiple page layout for particular object. So let's, now we have only one page layouts which is created by Salesforce. So here it will display this student name, here it will display this next week, here it will display total fee. So let's assume that I want to display this total fee inside this, or you want to create a new section. So let's create a new section. There is the section, okay, here you want. So for to create a new section, you can click over here, and you can drag and drop wherever you want to create. So let's see, let's create a section over here. So here you can create a section. So your section can be one column and two column, and you can give the section name as well. So let's see, you calculations as a name, and give, so you can give this type of tab key order. So by this, clicking on this, it will be left to right. So first field will come here, then second go this way, then third will come here, and fourth go this way. So and this top down, it will come like this. So first one will come here, and second will come here, third one will go like this. And you can create a one column and two column. So for one column only, you can give, you can add all those fields in only single column. If you will select two column, then you can give some fields over in your left, you can give some fields over your right as well. So let's go and create a two column section. So I have added this calculation section here. So let's move this total fee into this, and here as well. And you can make this field as a required. So as of now, this is a formula field. You can see this lock button over here. So it's a read only, so you can't edit this because it's a formula field, and it will automatically calculate that particular value. You can't edit that. This is also a roll-up summary field, and it's also a formula kind of, so you can't also edit this. You can make required and optional this one. So you go to setting, you can make required, you can make read only, but this is the standard field, so you can't edit that one as well. So if you want to give this one as a read only, so you can select read only on a field. You can so when you will create some more field over here, you will get some more field over here. You can add, you can make that field required, you can make that field optional, you can give that field as a read only, or you can manage the security thing. You can even hide. If you want to hide that field, just click over here and drag and drop over here, so it will remove permanently. If you want to add, just here you can see fields. All the buttons will be available here. Quick action, we can create quick action, mobile and lighting, all those values and fields will be here. So let's add this total field over here and save this. So now what happened is this calculation section created, and this total field, that total fee field has been has came over here. So this section you can overlap like this. So section are always coming like this ability, with this ability. So you can also even manage your related list. So all those related, so we have selected this activity while creating objects. So this activity things also related with our student object. So let's go again and edit this related list thing. So if you will click over here, related list, so all those related lists which are you can also edit those. You can remove as well. Remove by clicking on this, you can remove. You can edit that. So how many field you want to, you want to see fee also over here, and you want to see the date which we have given, next week, I guess. So this is in student only. So let's and you can also sort, which fee. So fee you want to sort by ascending or descending. So if you want to select descending, so high number of amount field which should show first, and then the lowest one will come. So you can sort by this way as well in your page layout. So it will be sorting like this, and the college fee will be coming like this. You can also remove those, you can also edit those, you can drag and drop which you want to. So let's drag this college over top. So this college will be coming over here. Let's go and select, save this. You have added a mood related list on this page layout. Do you want to? Yeah. So see, this college came first, and then those activities are coming after that. So see, this one is coming first. So 10,000, this is the highest one, so it will come first, then only then 4,000 will come. So we have sorted by this way. So this is the page layout. You can change any page layout. You can create also. If you want to create, let's go and create a one. Here also you can see edit page layout and all. So let's go your object. This is your object. So here you can see all those things, custom field and relationship. From by clicking over here, you can create custom field. Lookup filter, we'll talk more about it later. Validation rule will come to that also. Triggers, which is a part of development. Yeah, this is the page layout. So now we have only one page layout. By clicking on this, you can create a new page layout. So you can like existing page layout, it will copy your existing page layout if you will select. If you will not select, then you can create your new one. So let's copy that one also and create a new one. So it will come like this because we have copied that one, so it will come like this. So let's go and move this total fee here and remove this calculation. But for now you have not assigned you have not assigned that page layout to particular or profile or anything. So let's go and assign that page layout to profile. So now I'm the owner of this org, so I'm the system admin. So for now it is coming as a student layout, and we can edit that thing and we can view. So by clicking on, these are all the profiles which are available in your org, and you can select, sorry, so select this profile and click which you want to assign, which page layout you want to assign. So for a system admin, I want to assign this one. So for others, it will be student layout, and for system admin, it will be the one which we have just created. So now it will come like this. Now go and refresh this page. This should go. So now what happened is this total fee came here because now we are able to see the student layout one. So by this way you can create and edit page layouts. So if you have any query on that, we can discuss over here. Anyone having any question on page layout? Okay, if there is no question, then we can move further. Let's go over to record types. So record types also are same like page layout, but not totally. So in record types, you can create multiple record types for a particular object, and you can assign which field you want to see in a particular record type. So let's see, let's assume that we have a requirement where you want to display three of field to Abhishek and four of other field to uh, Sudeep. So what do you want to do is you can create another object, but that is not a, best practice. So what you can do is you can create a record type so that three of the field which you want to display to Abhishek will be when Abhishek will select his record type, then he can only see those three fields, and when Sudeep will select his record type, then he can only see those four records which are shared with Sudeep. So by this way, you can create record type for particular object. So and you can manage your field visibility, and you can even manage a pick list values as well. So let's here also in this image you can see I have a object called sales. So sales object has two record types, so product sales and service sales. So for this product sale, you want to give this sale product as a yes or no. So this is the opportunity stages. So this is the pick list field. So you want to display only values which are coming in this stages, which will be prospecting and proposal, price quote, and closed won. You don't want to see qualification, need analysis, and value proposition and negotiation and review. So you can hide those, you can remove those values from pick list for particular record type. So only these three values will be displaying, and in this cells you want to display all those, so you can display all those. For this you want to like add on this. So let's go and create a record type so that you can get more idea about it. So in this object setting only, you can see here also, you can see record types, where it is, record types. So here is the record type. So after this buttons and action section, you can see the record type. So now we don't have any record type. Let's go and create a new. So it will ask you which kind of record type you want to create. So now we don't have any record type as of now, so you have to select this master. So master will be a master record type, which will when you will create a record by any automation like process builder, or like any apex class, or anything, any kind of automation, then it will not ask you which kind of record type you want to create. So when you will select any record type as a master record type, then that record type uh, will be the default one. So give the name as, so we are creating record type for student. So like give science student. So you can active and inactive that way, that as well. So let's go and give the default security. Here you can choose which page layout you want to assign for that particular record type. So by this way also you can give. So for particular record type you can select a particular page layout. So let's go. Let's see, we have two record page layout. So for science student, you want to select student layout. So you can give a student layout, and yeah, you can also even give this page layout by a profile as well. So that particular page layout will be coming out via profile. So don't do like this. So do so student layout will be coming for this science student. So we have created this record type. So when we will go to this student object, and when we will create a, so for now we have only one record type, and so it will not ask us. So let's go and create another record type so that we can yeah, now we have science student record type. Let's go and create a new one. Now you can select which one you want to existing, you can select here. So now arts, you can give active as well, enable for profile, and next. For now, for this you select the one. Now when I'm trying to create a new student record, so let's go and create a new one. So create a new, then it will ask which type of student you want to create. So it you want to create whether it's for science, or you want to create a arts student. So while clicking on this you will like let's go and create a science student. So it will ask you this. So science one. So for this science one, uh, this page layout will be shown. So it is a page layout one. So the default page layout, the Salesforce default. So let's go and create another one. I'll open in a new tab. Let's go and create a arts for this arts one. So for this, you can see the another record type which don't have that section and the total fee coming like this. So by record type, also you can differentiate with your page layouts. So see, you can see changes over here. So if you want to edit more for your record type, so you can edit like you can give which kind of field you want to display for that particular record type. You can select. So page that record type assignment also you can give. So which from here you can select record type assignment. So which profile you want to give which record type. So it's like the same like that page layout. So you try to create one or two record type for every any object, and you can get more idea about it and go through with Vijay is asking a question that is record type is what like view in Oracle. I don't have any idea about view in Oracle, but if by the name I can guess that view is something like page layout or maybe record type as well. So I think so, but I have to look into that. So I don't have any idea about view of Oracle, but you can find more on Google, and I'll try to get more understanding about that. So I don't have much idea about it, but it's a view. Page layout is a view, but the record type is so the page layout will be coming under the record type. So it will create two type of object in a single object. This selective field put together two form a yes, exactly. So the selective field you want to, if you want to display selected field, or if you want to uh, fetch value for selected field only, then you create a record type. So yeah, in this case, if a view is doing same like this, then it is same like view only. So what record type will do is it will give you like number of field, so that you can only select or you can only fill those field only. You can't get another field from another record type. So it's more security kind of thing. So you can get more idea about it when you will create a new one. And when we will have more time, I will display you a like live project example so that you can get more idea. So let's go to the another topic today. So validation rule. So then we have this last topic. So let's what's the time now? 10:58. So yeah, we can give some more time. So 5 or 10 minutes it will take. So are you do you want to do you want me to cover this validation rule today or what? So now it's 11 going on. So what do you think? Okay, Madhu is saying continue. So Niharika is saying tomorrow. So okay, then if like anyone if Niharika is saying tomorrow, then yeah, so focus. Tomorrow we don't have any class. Actually, I am having a certification exam on Monday, so I'll not be coming tomorrow as well. And we don't have any class on weekends. So only weekdays will be the class. So we can cover this validation rule on Monday if you want. So we will cover this validation rule on Monday. Okay, one question was there from Vijay, I guess. Question is, how about mandatory fields while creating a record types? Do we need to consider inputting in record type? So, for particular record type, Vijay, you can give particular field as a mandatory. So, as an example, we have a science student here and a art student here. So, for science student, we can have physics and chemistry, and these type of subject will be the mandatory. So for those we can give those physics and chemistry will be mandatory. But for arts, you want to give this geography and history kind of subject will be the mandatory. So for those for that arts record type, those field will be mandatory. So it will not ask when you are in arts record type, it will not ask you about physics and chemistry. And when you are in science record type, it will not ask you about history and geography. So it's like that. You can give security kind of thing in particular record type.
Hello, Aladdin. This is Madhu.
Yeah, Madhu.
Actually, one question I asked in interview, saying that using record type, suppose in one field, picklist field, status is open closed. Okay.
Okay.
If the status is closed, can we, do the read only for that field using record types? I found
So
uh,
yeah,
I tried, but I'm not getting this. That's why I'm asking you. Can we do
so
this?
what I'm getting from you is you want to, let me go to the code. So what do you want to capture your field as a you have this field, let's see it's a pick list field, and we have status as a pick list, and you have open and closed as a let me go to the opportunity and you will get more idea about it. So we have this opportunity. Let's go and create one opportunity and create this one test and close that status. Let's say we'll give this one.
Yeah. After
So
this,
we have,
yeah, that
yeah.
read only.
So yes, so for particular record type, you can select particular page layout. So in that page layout, you can give this probability or any like stages field as a read only.
Okay, okay. Actually, I
So you
tried
can,
this one, but I'm not getting how to do this. Okay, tomorrow I will try,
yeah.
and if I have any doubts, Monday I will come back to you.
So yeah, for after this call only, we can discuss over here. If so, let's go and if there is continue, Madhu. I'll let you know about it now only. So if anyone having any other question, so I'll answer for those. Yeah, Nandini is having one question. Can we change the record type after creating a student? Example, science 1, science 2. Yeah, we can change anytime when whenever we want. So if science, we have created a record science 1, and we have defined that science 1 is a science record type, and in future you want to change that record type to arts, then you can change anytime. You can change. But if you are going to change, then you will get those only field which are available for arts record type. You will not get all those field which are available in science record types. So this is the consideration you have to consider. You can change anytime. Anyone else having any question?